My name is Giancarlo Nadeau, the play-by-play broadcaster for the Coastal Tsunami, and joining me now, the Commissioner of the Pacific Junior Hockey League, Trevor Aalto. Mr. Alto, how's tonight going? How's the evening going?
Excellent. It's a beautiful day to be over here on the Sunshine Coast, and looking forward to tonight's game.
Got to ask you, because you were one of the guys that knew what the name was way earlier than other people here today. Your thoughts on it, your thoughts on the logo and the brand and everything about it?
You know what, I think it's great. We love the colors, love when the Seattle Kraken came out with those. I think they look really sharp. People over here that have known the name are really embracing it. I think there's some great ideas that have come up in some discussions with people. So I think once it kind of gets out there, it's going to grow fast.
I want to ask you, obviously, a lot of work getting put in to make something like this happen. And we look at the Junior A title now and everything like that, and the Sunshine Coast trying their best to model what that typical Junior A team is going to look like. Are they on the right track? And is it something that you kind of want other teams to follow in the model that the Coast is trying to put together right now?
It's a ton of work. And Rick Hopper and the entire Junior Hockey Society over here has put a lot of work in up to now, and they've got a lot of work to go before September. It's not an insurmountable task. I think it's coming together very, very well. As you've seen, every response they've had from the community has been fantastic. I've heard we're going to have a full building tonight. I think they're going to put a really, really quality team on the ice and in the community, which is a huge part of it. So we're looking forward to it.
What does it do for the Pacific Junior Hockey League knowing that you've got a team on the Sunshine Coast and the overall value of the league, the entertainment value and the outreach with the communities all across really the lower mainland now? You know what?
It's always a feather in a league's cap when we can add a new great community. And the Sunshine Coast, I know over here they've wanted a team for a long, long time, and for various reasons it didn't fit. And then we were able to work with this group over the course of 2 years before it actually got all put together. And so, like I said, it's a lot of work, but there's some great things I think that can come.
Talk to me about the summer. Obviously a big summer for the people here because they find out they get the team, but a lot of work getting put in before that with the showcase games. What were your thoughts going back all the way to that first showcase game with North Vancouver and Chilliwack, and knowing where the team is now? Or were you surprised that they've made it this far, or are you kind of satisfied with the way that things have gone?
No, I think by coming over here and playing those showcase games, it was very positive. It gave us a good look at, like a test look at what the community could do over here. We did it once. It was hugely successful, and then we thought, well, you know what? After Christmas, let's try it again and see if that feeling is still there. And we came over, and the feeling was exactly the same, if not even stronger. So when we went into our meetings and in further discussion about approving the franchise, it was nothing but positives, and it seemed like a no-brainer at that point.
People here are happy, you're happy. How's the rest of the league taking this? Obviously, they got enough votes to get the team. What have you heard from the rest of the owners, the rest of the teams in the league?
I think everybody's excited. It's always good bringing on a new partner. We brought on Port Coquitlam earlier this season, and they're playing in the league this year, so another team coming on next year. Everybody's happy when you can bring in good quality partners and good quality communities, and I think that's what we've done here.
Well, it's a big summer for you with the approval of this team, but also with that Junior A status. So talk to me about that evaluation process and that criteria. When's that jump going to take place?
We're still working through a lot of those logistical things. There was some early reasons to make the jump from Junior B to Junior A Tier 2 immediately. There's going to be a further step where a Tier 1 group will emerge in the province. What that looks like, whether it be on the island, in the interior, or in the mainland, we'll know more going forward. But we'll have some announcements in partnership with BC Hockey in the coming months on what that's all going to look like.
Yeah, you mentioned that Junior A Tier 2 status moving up to Junior A Tier 1. Is that Junior A Tier 1 taking into effect next September, or is that a couple more years down the road?
No, it won't be next September. It'll be quite some time before we can get through this evaluation process. The key thing is a Tier 1 group that's going to emerge. What we want it to be is the crown jewel of junior hockey in Canada, or be able to grow to that. And I think we've got a good group in place that's putting some plans together and some processes to improve standards and player experience, etc. Like I said, we'll have more discussions on that and announcements in partnership with BC Hockey soon.
Earlier this week, you were at the BCHE Prospects game, PJHL and Pacific Junior Hockey League. That was very well. PJHL getting their first victory. Congratulations on that. Is it going to be anytime soon we see the Sunshine Coast hosting that game?
We'd be happy to talk about it at some point in time. You know what? I think we should focus on the home opener first and getting through the first season and whatnot. But we're open to great communities hosting these events. We were very happy with what went on last year in Chilliwack, and then Kamloops this year put on an excellent show for everybody. We had tons of scouts in the stands. The game was very fast, very physical. It was an excellent event overall.
I'm Giancarlo Nadeau, and this is the Commissioner of the Pacific Junior Hockey League, Trevor Aalto. Trevor, thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of your season.
Thanks very much.